Okay, children. So, did you learn the portions that we discussed in the last class? Elna Rose, please mute your audio. Yes. Did you learn? Hmm? So well,
Yes, ma'am.
which are the effects of oxidation that we can see in the daily life? Effects of oxidation. We learned about two topics, right? In the last class. What was that? Oxidation happens to metals is known as.
I was not there at second class.
Okay, tell me. This one is from the first class. Hmm? What's the term used to refer the oxidation happens to metals? Hmm? Tell me. Karthik, can you tell me? Karthik. Karthik, can you hear me? No? Karthik, yes. But I can't hear you. Tell me something. No. Please check your device. Okay. Srihari, can you tell me which are the effects of oxidation in everyday life? We learned about two effects. Which are they?
Rusting.
Rusting. It is commonly known as
Iron oxide.
that process commonly known as oxidation happens to metals. That is
Corrosion.
very good. Corrosion. Then one more effect that we learned.
Per degrees.
That's example for corrosion, right?
Yes.
The oxidation that happens.
Rancidity.
Very good. Rancidity. So corrosion and rancidity are the two effects that due to oxidation that we can see in our daily life. And we discussed these two topics in the last class, right? And what do you mean by this corrosion, Gauri?
And when a metal is attacked by a substance around it, such as moisture or acid, it is said to be corrode. It is known as corrosion.
Okay, very good. Then, Abin, can you give some examples for this corrosion on metals?
Rusting of iron,
Very good. Then,
black coating on silver,
one more. Black coating on silver. But what happens to copper?
change,
Which color?
Green.
Green coating on copper. These are the examples of corrosion. Then which are the methods to prevent this corrosion on metals, Elsa?
And painting of metal surfaces.
Yes.
Powder coating the surfaces.
Yes.
Oiling the metal surfaces. Galvanization.
Very good. Galvanization. What do you mean by galvanization, Minha?
In process of applying protective
It's not audible, very low voice. Tell me.
In process of applying protective zinc coating on steel or iron articles.
Oh, okay, fine. Protective zinc coating on metals like iron, steel, etc. That is known as galvanization. Okay. You can also add electroplating, then greasing also. Okay. Electroplating, greasing. These all are methods to prevent this oxidation. Then we learned about rancidity. Adulya, what do you mean by rancidity or rancidification?
turns rancid when the fats and oils within them get oxidized and the taste and smell of the food changes.
Okay, fine. That is rancidification. Then which are the ways to prevent this rancidification? Justin, can you tell me one method to prevent this rancidification? Tell me one method. Rancidification means in food certain fats and oils contains, they react with oxygen and their taste and smell changes due to oxidation. So what are the methods we can use to prevent this rancidification?
Oxygen-free atmosphere.
How can we create oxygen-free atmosphere? In the case of food,
Airtight containers.
very good, very good. We can keep the food substance in airtight containers. Amreen, can you suggest one method?
Refrigerating.
Yeah, refrigerating the substance. That also slows down the oxidation process. Devasena, can you tell one method? Please unmute. Any method to prevent this rancidification? No answer. Shania, can you tell?
Adding antioxidants.
Adding antioxidants. Antioxidants are the substances which prevent oxidation. So we can add antioxidants. One more method is remaining. What is that?
Replacing oxygen with other gases.
Yes. Example?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen. We can replace oxygen with other gases. We can fill this nitrogen gas in order to remove this oxygen and to prevent oxidation. Okay, that's about the previous portion. All of you, please switch on your videos. Revu, Emerin, Lakshmi, Bastin, Soval, Alna, Rose, Sean, Kshetra, Anthony, Maxi, Melita. Then how many questions we had discussed in the last class from the textual exercises?
4 questions.
4 questions, including 4? Yes or no? Yes. So tell me, what is a balanced chemical equation? Anyone? Balanced chemical equation. Tell me. That's the 4th question. Tell me.
The chemical equation in which the number of atoms in the reactants and products are same or equal.
Are equal is known as balanced chemical equation. Then why should chemical equations be balanced? Which law is the basis of this balancing chemical equation?
Law of conservation.
Yeah, law of conservation of mass. Lakshmi, can you state the law of conservation of mass? Tell me. It's simple one, right? Mass can neither be. Okay, tell me, anyone, tell me.
Mass can be neither
Neither destroyed nor be created in a chemical
Mass
reaction.
can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. So according to this law, the total number of atoms on the reactant side and product side must be equal. That's why we should balance each chemical equation. Clear? So shall I
Yes,
move to next question, 5th one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Those who do not switch on their videos, please switch on. Okay, 5th question. Translate the following statements into chemical equations and then balance them. So there are certain statements given in this question. You have to write the chemical equation, then try to balance this equation. Clear? Okay, Jesslyn, can you read the first question? 5th one A. Yes. 5th question A. Jesslyn?
Hydrogen gas combines with nitrogen to
Hmm.
form ammonia.
Hydrogen gas combines with nitrogen to form ammonia. So it is the statement. Hydrogen combines with nitrogen to form ammonia. So first you have to write the chemical equation, then try to balance. All of you just try it. Then we can check whether your answer is correct or not. Okay. Hydrogen combines with nitrogen to form ammonia. All of you must write this one. Finished? Simple one. Yes. So tell me, what's the chemical formula of hydrogen?
H2.
H2. In the case of this hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, etc., they always exist as diatomic molecules. So when you heard hydrogen, do not write H, this H2, because they always exist as a diatomic molecule in the atmosphere. Only noble gases can exist as a single element, and metals can also exist as a single one. Okay, clear? So you have to note that H2. Then what about nitrogen? N2, very good. It gives ammonia. What's the chemical formula of ammonia?
NH3.
Hmm?
NH4.
NH?
NH3.
Hmm?
NH3.
Is it NH2, NH4, NH3? Which one?
NH4.
It is NH3. Okay. Ammonia, it is NH3. How can we find out the chemical formula of compounds? We have already learned it in the 9th standard, but I am repeating it once again. You can write the symbols of the elements combined. That means nitrogen and hydrogen. Nitrogen, its atomic number is 7. Hydrogen, its atomic number is 1. We can write the electronic configuration of nitrogen, 2, 5. Then in the case of hydrogen, only 1 electron, so 1. Then we write the valency. How can we find out the valency? In some cases, it is the number of electrons in the outermost shell, and in other cases, the number of electrons needed to become the shell complete. So in the case of nitrogen, 5 electrons in the outermost shell, 3 more electrons are needed to become 8. So its valency is 3. In the case of hydrogen, only 1 electron is there, so its valency is 1. Then we just cross over the valencies and we can write N 1 H3. We can ignore this one, then it is NH3. Okay, in this way we can find out the chemical formula of any compound. Clear? So this is the chemical equation. Then you have to make it balanced. So tell me, how many hydrogen atoms are there in the left hand side?
2.
Yes, it is 2. Then right hand side?
3.
3. The next one, nitrogen. In the left hand side?
2.
2, and right hand side?
1.
1. So we need to balance both nitrogen and hydrogen. Shall I rub this one chemical formula?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Then we can add certain coefficients to make it balanced. So first we can start from nitrogen. Okay. In the case of nitrogen, in the right hand side only 1 and in the left hand side it is 2. So in order to make it balanced, we have to add which coefficient?
2.
Yes, 1 into 2. So 2. Now you can again check the number of nitrogen and hydrogen. In the case of nitrogen, now both sides it is 2. So it is balanced. Then what about hydrogen?
6.
Yeah, in
It's
the
not
left
balanced.
hand side it is 2, but in the right hand side it is
3.
2 into 3. Okay, 2
Six.
into 3, 6. So to make it 6,
You have
left hand
to
side, we have
multiply with
to
3.
multiply with
3.
yeah,
3.
3. So we can add 3. Now you can again check. Is it balanced?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Hydrogen, here it is 6. Here also 2 into 3, 6. Next one nitrogen, here it is 2. Here also it is 2. Now it is balanced. It's a simple one. I think it's clear for you. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Anyone? No. So this is the balanced chemical equation when hydrogen combines with nitrogen to form ammonia. Shall I move to next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yesenia, can you read the next question?
Hydrogen
What's the question B?
Hydrogen sulfide gas burns in air to give water and sulfur dioxide.
Hydrogen sulfide gas burns in air to give water and sulfur dioxide. So, hydrogen sulfide burns in air means which is the other reactant?
And oxygen.
Very good. Oxygen. Burning process requires this oxygen. Hydrogen sulfide plus oxygen gives water and sulfur dioxide. Now you can write the chemical equation, then try to balance.
Can you show the PPT?
Yes,
Can you show
yes, yes. So can you tell me what's the chemical formula of hydrogen sulfide?
H2S.
Very good. H2S. Next one, oxygen. So
O2.
O2 gives water,
H2O.
H2O. Then sulfur dioxide, S, SO2. Sulfur and dioxide means 2 oxygen. So this is the chemical equation. Then try to make it balanced. Finished? How many of you got the answer? Lakshmi, Karthik, Minha, Shania, Sania. What about others? Jerlin, then we can check whether the answer is right or wrong. First, you can write the number of each element. So hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. Number of hydrogen atoms in the left hand side. So well, number of hydrogen atom in the left hand side.
2.
2. And right hand side. 2. What about sulfur? Left hand side.
1.
Right hand side. Right hand side. 1. Then oxygen. Left hand side it is
2,
2. Right hand side
3,
3. So in the case of hydrogen and sulfur it is balanced. Then we can try to make balance oxygen. So we can add which coefficient? The right hand side it is 3 and the left hand side it is 2. So tell me. Here it is 3. We cannot make 2 into 3. We can only make 2 into just certain common factors, right? So we can add 3 here. Then what happens to the number of oxygen in right hand side?
6,
We can change into 6. So we have to put which coefficient?
3,
3. Where?
right hand.
Right hand side. For H2O or SO2?
SO2.
SO2.
SO2, 4. We can write 2 here and 2 here. Okay. Now you can check the number of oxygen atom. Here 3 into 2, 6. Here 2 oxygen plus 2 into 2, 4. So 2 plus 4 that is equal to 6. So the number of oxygen atom now equal. But we have to change the number of hydrogen and sulfur. Here there are 4 hydrogen and 2 sulfur. So we can add 1, 2 here. Now it's balanced. It's just hit and trial method. You can add some coefficient, then look, is it balanced? If it is not balanced, you can add another coefficient. In this way only you can balance this chemical equation. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So just write this. Finished? All of you finished? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
So the next question. Swati, can you read the next question? Fifth question, C.
NaCl
Fifth
Plus.
question, C. Fifth one.
barium chloride reacts with aluminum sulfate.
Okay, wait. Barium chloride. What's the chemical formula of barium chloride?
BaCl2.
BaCl2. Barium chloride reacts with
Aluminum sulfate.
aluminium sulfate. So Al2SO4 thrice. That is aluminium sulfate. Then gives, which are the products? Swati? Tell me.
To give aluminum chloride and a precipitate of barium sulfate.
Aluminium chloride, AlCl3, and the barium sulfate, BaSO4. So this is the chemical equation. Then just try to make it balanced. We can do it together. So tell me, how many barium are there in the left hand side?
1.
1. And right hand side?
1.
1. Then next one, chlorine. How many chlorine atoms are there in the left hand side?
2.
2. Then right hand side?
3.
3. Next one, aluminium. How many aluminium atoms are there in the left hand side?
2, ma'am.
2. Right hand side?
1.
Yes, 1. Then sulfur. Sulfur. Tell me. In the left hand side?
3, ma'am.
Yes, it's 3. Because this 3 is common for both sulfur and oxygen. Okay. Then what about right hand side? Sulfur?
1.
1. Next one, oxygen. Oxygen. In the left hand side?
12.
Yes, 4 into 3, 12. You have to count both this and multiply. Then in the right hand side?
4.
4. So only barium is balanced, right? All other elements need to be balanced. So can you suggest any coefficients to add to make it balanced?
Ma'am, 3 barium sulfur.
Okay. 3 BaCl2. Then then
2 aluminum chloride.
2 aluminium chloride. Then
3 barium sulfate.
very good. Now it's balanced. We can start it from aluminium sulfate. In the case of aluminium sulfate, the biggest element contains maximum number of atoms is oxygen. So 4 into 3, it's 12. So try to make it balanced. We can add 3 here as coefficient. In this way, you can balance this equation, but it is not compulsory to follow the complete steps. You can add coefficients, then change. This is just hit and trial method. That's it. So this is the balanced chemical equation. Barium. Just 1 minute. Okay, is this clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Karthik, tell me something.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All of you finished. Yes, right? So shall I move to next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Adulya, can you read the next question?
Potassium metal reacts with water to give potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas.
Yes, potassium metal reacts with water to give potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So what's the symbol of potassium?
K.
What's the symbol of potassium?
K.
Yeah, it's K. It's react with water, H2O, to form potassium hydroxide. What's the chemical formula of potassium hydroxide?
KOH.
Potassium hydroxide,
KO.
KOH plus hydrogen, H2. So this is the question. You should try to balance. Is this chemical equation balanced? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Srihari?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then try to balance. Finished? Tell me. Yes, Sean. What about others? Shania? Karthik? Adulya? Jerlin? Kshetra? Sania? Minha? I think most of you finished, right? So tell me how to balance this equation. Said, can you tell me the answer? Said? Tell me. It's not clear. Tell me. Can you hear him?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot hear you properly. Okay. Potassium, hydrogen, and oxygen. These are the elements present, right? So tell me, in the left hand side, how many potassium?
One.
Oh, well, 1, right? And in the right hand side?
One.
Yes, it's 1. Then hydrogen,
2,
2. And in the right hand side,
3,
3.
2 plus 1, that is 3. Next one, oxygen.
1, ma'am.
1.
Here it is 1. And in
1.
the right hand side
1.
also 1. So we have to balance only the number of hydrogen. So how to make it balanced?
3H2O.
Hmm?
3H2O.
Oh, your voice is not clear for me. Just wait. Okay, then tell me. How to balance? Tell me. Hmm? How to make it balanced? Tell me.
Ma'am, 3H2O.
Okay, 2H2O. Then?
And 2K.
Hmm?
2K.
2 KOH. And here also 2K. So 2K plus 2H2O gives 2KOH plus H2. Now you can again check the number of each atom. In the case of potassium, it is now 2. Here also it is 2. Then hydrogen, it is 4. Here also 2 plus 2, 4. Then oxygen, here it is 2. Here also 2. Now the equation is balanced. Clear? Now you can write this one. Those who did not get the answer, you can write this balanced chemical equation. Finished? Yes or no? Yes, right? Then
Yes,
6th
ma'am.
and 7th question, 6th, 7th, 8th question we can discuss in the next class. Now you can read the 9th question. Devasena, can you read the 9th question? Devasena, can you hear me? Devasena? Kishania, can you read the question?
What does meaning
Hmm.
one meaning by exothermic and endothermic reactions? Give example.
Okay, tell me. What is the difference between endothermic and exothermic reaction? Then you have to tell me the examples. All of you switch on your videos. Okay, tell me exothermic reaction. Anyone? Exothermic.
Ma'am, can
Generally?
you repeat it, please?
Reaction
Okay. Reactions in which heat energy is released. Such reactions are known as exothermic reactions. And what about endothermic reactions?
Heat is absorbed.
energy is
Energy.
Reactions in which heat energy is absorbed. What about the example? Exothermic.
burning of natural gas.
Burning of natural gas. Respiration, decomposition of vegetable matter into compost. Then in the case of endothermic reaction,
Black and white.
all decomposition reactions are examples of endothermic reaction. Okay. So you can write the answer. Just wait. Reactions in which heat energy is released are called exothermic reactions. Example, burning of natural gas. Respiration, etc. You can also add decomposition of vegetable matter into compost. And you can write any example of reaction in which energy is released. Okay. The next one, endothermic. So the reactions in which heat energy is absorbed are known as endothermic reaction. Example, all decomposition reactions. CaCO3 gives CaO plus CO2. We can write 2. CaO plus CO2. Clear?
Ma'am, can you raise the board up?
Yes, Jerlyn?
Can you Ma'am, yes,
Not clear for me. Your voice is not clear.
Ma'am, can you raise the board up? Ma'am, we can't see the question down.
Jaslyn, can you send me the message? Your voice is not clear for me. Or
She is
anyone?
saying that the equation is not clear for her.
Oh, last one, right? Jaslyn, last one?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I will write it. Now it's clear? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sean, can you read this? Both endothermic and exothermic.
Reactions in which heat energy is released are called endothermic reactions.
Exothermic reactions.
Exothermic reaction, sample burning of regas. Reactions in which heat energy is absorbed are known as endothermic reactions.
Okay.
Example, all
Yeah, example, all decomposition reactions. Just one example, CaCO3 decomposed to CaO plus CO2. This is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
shall I stop? Yes? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Shall I stop sharing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we can discuss the remaining questions in the next class. Okay. Let me take your attendance. Anthony Maxi. Devasena. Emery.
Yes, ma'am.
Karthik.
Yes, ma'am.
Elsa.
Ma'am.
Soval.
Present, ma'am.
Adulya.
Present, ma'am.
Elna Rose. Elna Rose. Arun Bhaskar. Swadi.
Present, ma'am.
Dominic Anthony. Gautam. Yes. Gauri.
Present, ma'am.
Jaslyn. Justin.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Bastin. Srihari.
Ma'am.
Shania.
Present, ma'am.
Kshetra. Melita.
Present, ma'am.
Sean. Minha. Anjali Priya.
Present, ma'am.
Ania. Sriram. Ananda Krishna. Said.
Present, ma'am.
Lakshmi Nanda.
Present, ma'am.
Jerlin.
Present, ma'am.
Revu.
Present, ma'am.
Abin. Ashik.
Yes, ma'am.
Ashik. Ahlam Fatima. Pagad. Okay. So we can discuss the remaining questions in the next class. You have to learn this chapter, okay? Okay, then thank you. Bye. See you in the next class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.